Welcome back to World Studies. We're going to begin with Roman numeral 2, global economy. Before we get to that, we talked yesterday about the global environment and how we can take care of the environment as we ought to. Probably on a more practical level, I'd ask this question: how can you conserve energy and wisely use the resources in your own home? If we had chance in classroom, we would have some raised hands and people would start giving ideas, but instead I'll just give some ideas of my own. The idea of recycling rather than just throwing everything into a trash can. There's the idea of, no one's watching TV, turn off the TV. No one's in a room, turn off the light. Not using air conditioning when no one's home, just raise it to a higher temperature for a little while. So there are many, many, many different ways in which at home you can help out the environment. Maybe you can start applying those conservation methods in your own home. Let's begin with Roman numeral 2, the global economy. Today, a person can go almost anywhere in the world and find his favorite soft drink or fast food. In addition, products previously available only in a distant market can be purchased locally because of our global economy. For example, Coca-Cola is a global company. The Coca-Cola Museum in Atlanta, Georgia has a tasting section where visitors can taste Coke that is sold in foreign countries. In many foreign countries, Coke is blended in different flavors to suit the tastes of the population. Let's talk about the different causes for our global economy today. Letter A, causes. It began to develop after World War II and has escalated after the fall of communism in Eastern Europe. You recall that the Soviet Union ceased to exist after 1991. The political change dramatically increased opportunities for trade. Improved transportation, technology, and general peace has enhanced the global economy. Transportation and trade agreements have made it possible to ship products across many national boundaries. As technology improves, so has the global economy. Because there hasn't been a major world conflict since World War II, sustained peace among many nations of the world allows global trade to flourish. Let's give some examples of our global economy. Organizing regions into large trade zones has taken several forms. Number one, free trade areas. Free trade areas were established to increase trade by removing tariffs and quotas in a region. In other words, it used to cost an extra tax to ship a good from one country to another. A free trade area removed the extra tax, allowing more goods to be traded more frequently. Free trade areas exist in many regions, including parts of Africa, Latin America, Southeast Asia, the South Pacific, and North America. In the U.S. specifically, we have what's called the North Atlantic Free Trade Agreement, or at least it's in limbo right now. President Trump is seeing what he can do about it. But the North Atlantic Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA, it allows free trade between the U.S. and Canada and Mexico. Number two, the single market. The single market enables states to trade with one another without restriction, resulting in greater wealth for the member states. Again, there are three examples of the single market system. So the idea with this idea is that member nations are part of the market, and it gives them certain benefits for being part of that market. For example, the European Union is an economic and political alliance of nearly 30 European nations. In fact, they came up with their own currency, which they call the euro. It was formed out of the European Economic Community discussed last chapter. It has developed a single market using standardized laws that enable free movement of people, products, and funds throughout the member states. If you look in your books at page 375, it shows you a map of the member nations of the European Union. Though one comment I will have to make on this, as of 2016 and as of right now, the United Kingdom left the EU. It's kind of in the transitional process of leaving the EU. Not sure exactly if they've officially broken ties or if that's still happening. But the rest of the countries pictured there are part of the EU. By the way, this map will do you a very good benefit for the upcoming homework assignment. Let's continue. The Central African Common Market has had little success. So while the EU has had great success, the CACM has had little success. It was created in the 1960s seeking to increase trade between member states. However, conflict between El Salvador and Honduras in 1969 occurred, causing problems. Ongoing political turmoil in this region has diminished the effectiveness of this economic effort. And then one more single market is the West African Economic and Monetary Union. It has as its currency the CFA franc. Their organization strives to promote economic cooperation and the use of a common currency. This union also works to develop products that are competitively priced for the global economy. Letter C, evaluating. So let's give a grade for the global economy. Is it passing? Is it failing? Does it get an A? Does it get a D? There are positive and negative consequences for the global economy. So let's talk about the advantages first of all. It has increased global jobs, global growth, and global sales. More stuff is moving around the world today thanks to the global economy. Companies can build factories in countries where the cost of labor, capital, and technology is lower. They can grow faster because companies are offering their products to the entire world. Increased sales can quickly build small industries into large corporations. This will lead to more products available at lower costs. Another idea about this is that it helps carry out the creation mandate by maximizing the use of God's creation. Free trade enables utilization of resources and allows the creativity of man to have greater expression as he develops products to meet needs. And it allows Christians to work in foreign lands and to evangelize. Many nations will allow Christians to work in businesses located in their countries. In this setting, Christians have the opportunity to witness to fellow workers and others with whom they come into contact, thus fulfilling the Great Commission. So, 3 reasons why the global economy is an advantage. Let's mention the disadvantages. As jobs go to less developed countries, domestic manufacturing jobs in developed countries decline and unemployment becomes a problem. There are long-term solutions such as retraining workers and continuing education, but the transition is often difficult for older workers. Many look to the government to protect their jobs or to provide income when they lose those jobs. Another issue is jobs in less developed countries can be poorly regulated, unsafe for workers, or produce unsafe products. These disadvantages are unavoidable in a fallen world that is constantly changing. Christians can help to minimize some of these disadvantages by reaching out to help those in need and thus fulfill Christ's commandment to love our neighbor. For your homework, I might as well tell you this now. First of all, make sure that you take the Chapter 20 quiz, so draw a line in your notes if you feel like doing so, and take the quiz over Chapter 20. Second of all, turn in your activities book to page 161. 161 is a map of the European Union. I want you to do that map as homework as well. While we're at it, we might as well do the map that's in the back of your textbook. We've got a little bit of time, so let's do that now. in the back of your notes, there's a map that you'll need to know on the test. As we go through this, I don't have it on the screen or anything, but hopefully you'll be able to look at the map and be able to fill it out as we go through it. My recommendation, number it 1 through 10, and we will begin. The first country, number 1, is the country of Germany. Yes, Germany. By the way, this map will help you on the homework that I've just assigned for you. Number 2 is the country of Czech Republic. If you don't know how to spell Czech Republic, see page 161 in your activities book or 375 in your textbook. Both will help you answer that question. Number 3 is the country of the United Kingdom. United Kingdom. Number 4 is the country of Spain. Spain. Number 5 is the country of France. France. Number 6 is the country of Greece. Greece. Number 7 is the country of Poland. Poland. Number 8 is the country of Sweden. Sweden. Number 9, the country is Italy. Italy. And lastly, number 10, the country is Ireland. As I'm looking over the map that I gave you and the map on your homework, I just accidentally gave you, well, not accidentally, but the numbers on the map and the numbers on your homework are identical. Now, you'll have to rearrange it on the homework, but yeah, I just gave you all the numbers, so the homework should be rather easy to do. So, make sure you do the homework, page 161 in your activities book, plus the Chapter 20 quiz, the last quiz that you'll take this year. Hope you all have a good rest of the day. Be good, do good. Bye.